Okay.
You gotta
All
do
right.
it again, all over.
All right.
Okay, go.
Coming to you live from the SydFIT studio here in Kitchener, we have the Syd and Sonya show. Boom! There we go. Oh man, too much fun. Too much fun for a Monday.
Right? We have so much fun on Monday.
Do you know why we have fun on a Monday?
Because it's Boxing Day.
It's Boxing Day.
It's always the same answer, man. Because it's Boxing Day.
Yeah, man.
Okay, and here we have the one and only.
Yes, here he is.
Or wrap this in and make sure it's actually there. It is Cody.
Hey guys, sorry about that.
How you doing?
I was having a little trouble trying to find it online.
That's all right. So was I. So.
Good.
How's your Monday going?
Cody, I don't even know if we've actually formally met. Seriously, I don't know if I've ever.
No, I don't think so, brother. Nice
Oh
to
man, listen,
officially meet.
I'm humbled to meet you because I heard about this guy when I first heard about you. I think you were like selling out shows in Peterborough, and I'm like, who sells out shows in Peterborough? And it was like this Cody Crowley guy, and I was just like, let me look into this guy. And I watched you. I was like, oh man, this kid can fight, and he's a southpaw. We got a thing for southpaws here in Kitchener.
I love it, man. Thank you. I appreciate all the support, man. Really do. I appreciate everything you guys are doing too.
Awesome.
It's good to see you. It's been a hot minute.
Yeah, right. A hot minute.
It's been a hot minute.
What do you guys have going on? What's new?
Oh man.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Yeah. I just got from Detroit. I was in Detroit.
Yeah.
I was in Detroit last night with one of my fighters. We took the belt. We took the belt as amateur fights. So Jordan Conrad, a big shout out to her. She took on the state champion and won that title. So
Congratulations.
that was nice. Thank you. And of course, Scarlett Delgado won the Brampton Cup and Best Female Boxer. So while I was there,
amazing.
she was here. Mandy Boujol helped me out in the corner. So yeah, we had a pretty decent weekend.
You guys are staying
I
busy.
hit up Lee Baxter's fights. Got to watch some good fights on Thursday. Steve Rule's Tacoma Championship, and then I got the lovely pleasure of having a quick video chat with Roy Jones Jr. on the way home. So I'm not complaining.
Nice. Roy's awesome, isn't he?
Roy is, man. Listen, when we talk about Roy Jones, like I'm not going to put anything, like I just personally, people forget how, listen, off the chart good, right? Speed, ring IQ, like how good, like in your mind, how good was Roy Jones Jr.?
Yeah, well, that's why you could base it off the speed, the athleticism, the strength, and everything. But I think his brain, and how he maneuvers inside the ring. That's why he could go and fight in different weight classes and still do the exact same. The body got better, but the execution was always the exact same. How he went in there, the principles he applied, how he broke his opponents down. So yeah, he's an absolute master and genius at what he does.
Yeah. Do you remember, I don't know if you're watching boxing, I don't know what age you started watching boxing, got into boxing. Do you remember when he fought John Ruiz? Is it John Ruiz? Yeah, Ruiz. Yeah, he fought Drew for the heavyweight title of the world.
No, you know what? I didn't start watching him till later on. My first boxing fight I ever watched was Floyd and De La Hoya. That's my very first fight I ever watched.
Good fight. Yeah.
Well, because you started boxing when you were about 16, correct? Or 14, maybe?
Yes.
14 or 16.
Yes, yeah.
I remember you told our young champs during COVID times when we were online. Cody very kindly came and joined us. But I remember a conversation that I had with you at some point, and the first fight you had was with a girl.
Yes. Yeah. It was a kickboxing fight. Fight.
And if I remember correctly, she might have gotten a few good shots in.
Oh, she kicked my ass.
Yeah, right. Listen, he's keeping it real. I like that about you. Keep it real, man.
It was a karate/kickboxing tournament. So I was there, I was training kickboxing a couple months, and I didn't realize it was co-ed because of the age being, it was like 14 and under was all co-ed. So I looked across, and it was some girl with, she had some belt on there. I don't know. It could have been a white belt or black belt. I don't know. And when that bell rang, she just picked her foot up and bam, 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 kicked me right across the
Wow.
face. Yeah.
Wow.
So it was probably Holly Holmes or something like that. I'll have to look.
It probably was. That's it. We're going with that. Yeah, man. Holly Holmes. This first time
Totally.
we got there.
100%.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. Before we get into some boxing, we're gonna get some of your tips and see maybe how you throw things, because Sonya's gonna actually box southpaw today.
Okay. All right.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah.
I need to learn it.
Your favorite southpaw fighter of all time? Like who? Like, did you watch any? Like, who did you mimic? Who was your guy?
To be honest, I never really mimicked anybody. I'm trying to learn every single tool in the book. And how I fight, I don't really see any other fighter or southpaw fighting like me, and what I'm trying to do. But somebody who I like very much would be 𝔼𝕚𝕚𝕚𝕚, and who I believe I try and use a lot of tools that he uses, and how he likes to cut off the ring, how he likes to trap guys in the fishnet, slowly and progressively applying pressure, while continually to get his center closer to them for that straight left hand to the body, bringing it up to the solar plex for the uppercut, and basically leaving them no exit. So I don't know. That's a lot to maybe think picture, but that's what I like to do. If you see me when I'm fighting a right-handed fighter and I'm a southpaw, I'm always trapping them inside that fishnet. Right, I'm always on the outside of their foot. I bring them right in beside me, and that's where this left hand is coming to the body all day long. Where a lot of guys, I've stopped quite a few guys with that shot to the body.
Nice. And so, what do you think? Because I know in my head I have something. What do you think when an orthodox fighter comes out and they start throwing a right hand at you? Like, what's going through your mind when they start throwing that right hand? And what are you thinking?
Nothing is really. They can throw it all day long, as long as I know what punch is coming. Then I know what danger is possible, so I know what to look out for. As long as you know what punch is coming, there's really no damage that can be done for you, right? You're bracing for it. You can nullify it. You're ready for it. So when they just throw that right hand, they're not really doing anything or setting anything up. They're just throwing a shot. So I don't really know what you want me to say about that.
No, man, that was it. Exactly right. Like
it doesn't matter. There's always it's a game of chess, right? There's always a move to be made. So a guy can throw a straight right hand, and you can decide whether it's going to be effective or not effective based on how you react to it.
Well, what you said there about it's a game of chess, right? Every coach, coming up there, like, listen, you fight southpaw, use the right hand, lots of right hands. So if you come out and you throwing a right hand on a southpaw, you're playing checkers. Like, don't try and hit a southpaw without setting something up. It's just not going to happen. If you're a southpaw and you start getting hit with right hand, it's like right off the hop, like, you might want to switch stance because, right? Like,
it depends too. Like, why is that guy able to land a straight right hand on you? So clearly you allowed him to get into a position where that was possible, right? It doesn't matter. You could throw a right hand all day long, but if I'm not in the right position for it to be destructive, for it to harm you, for it to hurt you, it's really not doing anything, right? This is professional boxing. So that straight right hand, if I'm the person throwing it, I need to be in the proper position for it to be effective. And that other person on the other end, they really just shouldn't have allowed that other person to throw that right hand, because they gave up the real estate and allowed that other person the opportunity to throw that right hand. It's really just like a mirror of you fighting yourself in there, right? Because literally everything you do, okay, I put my hand up here, I'm blocking my head. Well, now my body's open. I block my body, now my head's open. It's just a cat and mouse game me and my opponent are all going to be playing.
Yeah, there's always going to be an opening.
Yes.
Cool. Well, I hear you talking about positioning a lot, so I know you're a scientific fighter. You're playing chess in there. Sonya's going to go southpaw here.
I am. I'm excited
You're
because
excited.
I have some southpaw kids,
Okay.
and I always have to switch to show them something
Okay.
so that I'm showing them properly and they understand at that age. So I like this. I'm down. Let's
So
do it.
we're going to go really basic here.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to say, all right, I'm standing orthodox,
Wait, hold on.
and as a southpaw, where would you want her to have her feet? Really
Oh,
basic.
this is, see, in the camera is totally opposite. Sid, you're southpaw for me.
That's right. Hey, you want to go switch up?
Okay.
There you go. How's
There
that?
we go. Yeah.
Yeah. We do this for the camera.
Perfect.
But on the outside, isn't it?
Oh, maybe he's got a different way.
Is it?
Maybe he likes to step on feet.
So,
Okay.
well, start again. So get in position, then what would you like me to say?
So where do you want her feet? Do you want her feet on the inside?
So here's a beautiful tip that my coach and mentor Ibn would tell me. He likes to be very, very simple. You were saying before, if a guy comes out and just continues to throw a straight right hand, right?
Yeah.
Well, he needs to be in a position in order for that right hand to throw. Now, if you two are in front of each other, line back up. Now, if she sets up her fence and her foot is straight in front of your foot,
Yeah.
right? Now her feet are spread apart, wide. Get your foundation, your back foot back more, right? Now you really shouldn't be able to hit each other from a straight right hand because you guys aren't at the proper distance, right? Exactly. And even if you do a full waist turn, that other person now can also move their waist back too, right? Yes. Perfect. So in order for her to be able to land that straight left hand, it's necessary for her to move that front foot on the outside of yours and come in. Correct.
Got it. So
Correct. Now, if it could
lead to the punch.
Yeah, she could step on the inside of your foot and throw it too, but know the dangers and know that Syd now has the advantage because he is on the outside of the foot and she is right there she's right in his center. He can be throwing that uppercut and everything. You just need to know whatever direction you go, it produces a danger, right?
So Cody, you were talking before about you really like that straight left to the body.
Straight left to the body or the uppercut to the body?
All right, let's go with the straight left to the body. So can you coach Sonya, like what position would she need to be in to get, like what would you think the best position to be in to get that straight left to the body? So again, our feet right now, we're right in front, we're lined up.
Yeah, so with her front foot, take a tiny step to the side of his foot. Perfect. Bend your hips down. Sit your hips down. Now, the energy is coming up the foot into her hip. Now turn your left hip forward. Yeah, now hold that hand back, though, as you throw it. So just turn the left hip. Just turn the left hip, hold that hand back. And then the arm comes forward and shoot it out. Now, your right hand, make sure that right shoulder comes back as far as you can. Yes.
And what's she aiming? Is she aiming belly button? Is she aiming solar? Where would you aim?
So that totally depends on the situation in front of you because somebody might have their hands up and they might have an opening in the face or their hands might be totally together, so the opening might be in the solar plex. It's all whatever is placed in front of you.
So if you have the set, this is all open.
If
Where
it
would
was
you put it?
my preference, I'd be shooting it
Yeah.
straight for the solar plex.
Okay, so you want to make them gasp for air.
That's my favorite.
Vicious.
I love it.
You're vicious.
I
Yeah.
like it. You want to hurt? Cody, he got me with the giant. He calls it the birthday stick. It's
beat
not.
stick.
It's a
The
beat
beat stick.
stick. Syd nicely, ever so kindly, whacked me right across my
Nice.
lower rib cage in that solar plex with this stick last year, and I thought, one, he bruised a rib. Two, that I was going to vomit on him. And I was a little upset that two didn't happen because it really hurt. I avoided it this year, though, so we're good.
You want to check to see if there's any questions?
Yes, let's check.
I'll ask Cody. I was going
Hold on,
to
I have
ask,
to-
since we're talking about body shots, what fight do you remember that you landed like that body shot, the one that you're like, yeah, like, well, walk me through that. What happened? And yeah, whatever happened in that.
Shoot.
And was it the uppercut or was it the straight?
Let me go. A lot with my left hand to the body around.
Yeah.
I guess it'd be a liver shot.
Oh, yes.
I did one time in Toronto. I fought a guy. I forget what round it was. I dropped him with a left hand body shot, and then there was another guy in Peterborough that I fought. Something Holmes. I stopped him with the same body shot, but it wasn't around the elbow. It was inside more, straight. Shoot, who else? I fought a guy in Mexico, and
Yes.
I stopped him with a body shot. The exact same one right here to the center, the shoulder plex.
Mm-hmm. And by the way, for those of you that are watching, did you notice what he did when he showed you the body shot? Palm was up, so you turned that right up.
Yeah, well, yes, because I'm shooting that energy straight too, and my elbow is centered. I'm not like this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. Energy always shoots in a straight line, right?
Okay.
So I'm always shooting mine straight to go through the person. I'm not really coming up on the body. It's just like a straight out boom.
Okay, sure. Let's go.
Yeah,
Let's
you wanna show it to him?
see what you got. Let's see what you got.
All right.
Shoot that up.
Well, I'm going to go off to your side, too.
Yeah, so you would want to be, for this shot, take a step in on his foot, first get in position. So come forward more, a little bit more. Be right up on him, a little bit more. Now sit your hips down. Right from there, that body shot, your arm just sits right here, and as that waist turns, you shoot it out.
Are you serious? That's a very close.
That's really close.
I thought he just did a long one.
No, he gets close.
Okay, come on. Okay. This is almost uncomfortably close.
Because you need to be right. She needs to be right there, and while she has you in position, there's really nothing that he can throw. You have the left hand wide open, right? And then after that, you have the hook. And even if he has his hands up protecting his guard, you can still reach around with that hook as well.
Now, is that hook going for the ear or for the chin or for the temple? Where's that?
I like going for the ear, and I like coming around and down. Because most people, when you have them on the ropes, that shot to the body bends them over, and then you're coming down this way. Boom.
Yeah, you pop it down.
Boom.
All right.
Okay. Nice and close. Drop the hips. Clap it up.
Yes, just like that.
Yeah, I think you did the hip.
Yes.
Come down, right?
Yeah, and you don't gotta worry about even getting too much distance. That arm can be right here for that hook, like an inch away, and all you're doing is just turning like this. all inside fighting.
Yeah.
The less space you have, the better.
Okay.
All right.
I like it. We have a gentleman on here who did say that you make him want to be a better man.
Nice.
As a tall guy, he hates this shot. It's not easy to see it coming. That's fair.
Okay, that's
That's
true.
fair.
That's true.
That's fair. And somebody said, Peterborough, lots of muscle.
Well, everything's all off principles. So if you have a tall guy and he's usually a guy getting in like that would be a smaller guy, right? So the fact is you wouldn't allow that person to get in that position to throw that punch, right? So the number one thing on his mind before him being so offensive and him trying to think about what he's doing, he needs to be focused about what that other person can and can't do to me. Once that's controlled, now whatever I see that's there, I can go and eat when the time is appropriate for me to eat. But it's always safety first. You know, the best offense is defense.
Nice. Now, when you talk about principles, so like let's say if you're fighting, I don't know if this happens, if you're fighting a shorter guy, someone that's shorter than you, are there any kind of principles that you automatically imply if you're fighting someone that's shorter than you?
Like, I think Kevin Hickson is shorter than you, and you fought him.
Yeah, I think Hickson was shorter.
He is shorter. He's like my height, and I know Cody's taller than me.
Well, with that fight, I just knew there I had the principles were a guy who has a lot of energy, he has a lot of gas, a lot of punches, and if you allow him to throw those punches, he'll be able to score points and win every round, right? Whoever the triple match, so I know that I can't allow this person to do what I do to people, right? So I need to go into the storm knowing that I'm going to take punches, knowing that I'm going to be in the fire, the heat of the battle, but I need to make that position my position first, and it's whoever first breaks that is going to slowly start spiraling in the other direction. So eventually that pipe burst, and then those punches couldn't be thrown anymore, right? And the volume of punches were too much. So I just took that person's tool away from me, which required a lot of will and heart, because you have to. Sometimes okay, this is going to be the best game plan, right? I might be fighting somebody that's a crazy good counterpuncher and crazy power. Well, shoot, I know that I need to get inside in order for me to win. In order to slow his speed down, I can't give him time to think and calculate to time me. So the best plan for me is to get inside. I need to make peace with the fact that I'm going to get hit. I'm going to take punches and I'm going to get hit, and I might feel sloppy, falling all over the place, looking dumb, but I know that is the best principle for me to apply in order for me to have the best chances of success. So I have to believe in that and follow it through to the end. So sometimes the best principles may not mean it's the easiest for you.
Yeah. When did you learn that? At what point did you said, make peace with the fact that I am going to get hit, but sometimes you do that to establish the plan that's going to win? Where did that come in? That mentality?
My coach and my mentor, Ibn. You guys know Ibn Kaysen? That's the way he goes about life, about everything. That's what I find cool about him compared to other boxing coaches is there's nothing ever wrong. I can never ever do anything that is wrong. It might be not the best time to do that move, but it is never wrong. If you're crossing your feet in the ring, walking over, that's fine. Just don't do it while a guy is getting off throwing punches on you, you know. But you taking a walk and crossing your feet, relaxing while the guy's running away, well, that's a smart move. But technically wise, you would never tell your fighter to do that. But meanwhile, he just reserved energy, you know. So same thing. Well, I'm fighting a right-handed fighter who just throws these crazy right hands. Well, it's okay for me to go to my right. Just know the dangers that are going to be there.
Yeah.
You know, that crazy right hand coming. So you just have to make peace with whatever you're doing, because there's always a reaction to an action. That is what we're doing in that boxing ring, back and forth with each other, like hot potato, you know, action, reaction, action, reaction, action, reaction. So you just have to understand and be okay with whatever happens.
And how long have you been with your coach?
Since I turned pro.
Yeah. Like,
So
just listening to
7 years, 8 years.
Listening to his philosophy and listening to you talk, it seems like that philosophy aligns well with you, or maybe you've incorporated that. How has that changed, like, you as a person, as a fighter, like that whole philosophy?
It changes your whole entire life. Because how you operate inside the ring is how you operate. How you operate outside the ring is how you operate inside the ring, and vice versa. You know, and it shows exactly. You know, some person who you know, just jumps on things too quick, and you know, doesn't think things through. Well, in the ring, they're going to operate the exact same way. You know, other person who's patient in life, smart, sits back, calculates things before making a move. Chances are, you know, that guy's going to be a great counterpuncher in the ring and really thinking and everything like that. So it kind of goes hand in hand when you start operating like that. You got to get to the ring first before you can even get in it. So, and that seems to be the biggest thing for everybody, you know. And once you can master actually getting to the ring, it's already done. Now you just go in there and allow whatever is supposed to happen. You know, you've done all the training. Yeah, the human body can only get in such good shape. You can only spar so many rounds. You can only practice so many things so many times. Eventually, you're just going to have to face whatever's meant to happen is going to happen, right? And the more you think about it, the more you're going to second guess yourself, and the more you're going to be hesitant and not just do what you know you can do in that ring. The moment we think about it is the moment we get caught with that punch, right?
Yeah. There was a great samurai warrior that said that. Like, the moment you think about that blade plunging into your gut is the moment the blade plunges into your gut, right? And these guys are samurais. It's life. Right?
Yeah.
So. All right. Do you have any more? Is there more questions, Mom?
Well, I was always curious, and I never ever got a chance to ask. What was your take on? Because I know you were Mayweather's sparring partner for a while, and I was always curious on like your take on that training, what they go through, and that whole camp altogether.
It was fun. It was awesome. Learned a lot. The greatest thing to take away from it is that nothing really changes. So it's no different than you and Syd right there training in that gym. You're doing the same punches, right? You guys are working hard. The only thing that changes is the backdrops and the labels and the statuses. But the actual substance stays the same. So what they showed me is just don't get distracted. What got me to that point was doing what you guys are doing right there, being in the gym alone, in the dark, working hard and outworking everybody. And when you get to that level, under the lights, you see a lot of guys start slacking, right? Because it gets a lot more noisy. And you have to be able to drown out that noise and be present back in your craft. So being around Floyd, seeing him do that, where he can be around hundreds of people having conversations about business deals or this or that or crazy finances, and then instantly flip the switch and be in the ring, and become the greatest fighter in the world. It showed a whole different type of mastery.
Yeah. That was good. So make sure that clip right there, we got to cut that. I want that clip.
Okay.
Because that's for the young people, right? The young people, because like
it's true.
They see the glitz, the glamour, and it's like, oh, this is going to change. Like, listen, man, it's the same work over and over and over. Like it's putting the reps, and it gets boring, gets redundant. But that is the thing. That is the thing, right?
Yes. Yeah. You got to put in the work. What you do today is creating tomorrow, right? So where your focus goes, energy grows. If you put your focus into the work and you continue to do the work, eventually that machine is going to spiral and build, and start
consistency.
Yeah,
for sure.
Consistency. But guys, I got to get off here. I got to get going. I need to get to training. So have a good day. Thank you.
I love it. Get the training, man. I appreciate you. All right.
Thank you so much.
Cody.
We appreciate it.
All right.
All right.
You got to show the people.
Let's show the people. Okay, what do we got today?
That's good.
Honestly, when you talk to Cody, like, it's a different level of conversation because it's not just the here and now. Like, he's really good at kind of putting, like, even I remember the champs, and they were just like, whoa. And the next week after, those young champions had those questions. Well, I've been thinking about this all week, and guys, these are kids age 8 to 12. Yeah. So if they're thinking about it, we should be thinking about it because we have to have answers for them.
That's right. Yeah.
That's what it's about.
And my favorite part was right there at the end. Right. Guys, I got to go. I got to get to training.
Yeah. Well, and he's so great at this training.
I know, man.
So great with this training. I love it. Okay, let's do it. All right.
Let's just show us some hand speed.
Okay. Oh, okay.
All right.
I'm not feeling fast today. Let's do it.
Give me the ones.
Okay.
Again. Once. You go orthodox, they wouldn't tell you.
Well, that I was. Now I'm so fun.
All right, that's perfect.
Wait. Let's try. I don't think. Give me slack.
Okay, that's not bad.
I don't turn my hips when I do it this way.
Because it's reverse what you're used to doing. Good. One more. Switch stance. All right, let's give it 10 fast. Ready?
Okay.
Let's go. 3. Oh. Good.
Okay, restart. That was terrible. Okay, ready?
Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. Now, listen. Before we go, there was the one question we didn't get a chance to ask, but I was going to ask, right?
Okay.
Like, I need to ask, we got a rapid fire question?
Yeah, 100%.
So now I'm going to rapid fire you then. So,
okay.
Running shoes, pumps, or boots? Which would you wear?
I prefer basketball shoes, but I also don't have boxing shoes, which is terrible. Don't judge me on it. I like basketball shoes.
Basketball shoes.
Yeah. They're built very similar.
Basketball shoes.
They're built very similar in the design to them. Like, I don't know if you guys can see. It's a very similar design. The tread is very similar. Yeah. So I like it.
Okay.
It's comfortable.
Cool. I was just talking in general, by the way. You can't you can't box and pumps.
What season?
Stilettos.
Yeah, but what season? I never wear heels, guys. Okay, I wore heels like twice a year.
Although
it doesn't have to.
We are going to do one of these. We're going to do with her boxing in stilettos. That'll be.
Who are we borrowing them from, and who is balancing me in the ring? I'm down. Like, it'll be hilarious. They're also not allowed in the ring, Sid.
That's true. We'll do it out there. Okay. All right, rapid fire. You got one for me.
Okay. Not the question I sent you Thursday.
No, not that one.
Not that one. Already got that answer. Why Adidas? Why do you think Adidas is like the reigning shoe clothing company? What is wrong with Nike or anything else, for that matter?
All day I dream about Susan Summers. No, what was it?
That's way too many letters. Way too many letters.
Okay, Because I'll tell you why.
Okay, I need to know. I need to know.
Because growing up, listen, Run DMC, like, and what was Run DMC? Adidas,
Yeah,
right?
it was. Adidas.
My
It's
Adidas. My Adidas,
Yeah,
right?
okay.
And so I got to go back to my roots. I got to keep my roots because, Run DMC, they brought it, and that's why I'm Adidas. And yeah, that's it.
I mean, I guess that's a valid reason. I thought it would be worse.
Yeah.
But we're competing. I agree with his son. Nike all the way.
Yeah, thank you.
Nike all the way.
Well, and listen, for those of you there that may have an Adidas sponsorship available, I am available because I don't want to wear the Nike, but Nike's been on fire. Some of
Nike.
their kicks, like these
Right?
Nike, I know they're, but
Right?
if I get the Adidas sponsor, I'm going to stay with the Adidas. All right?
No, I'll stick with the Nike. Nike, I'm available. I also fit in children's sizes,
Right.
so the sponsorship would be way cheaper than Adidas sponsoring Syd. Unless they want to have competing. I could be Nike.
I could be Adidas.
Adidas.
Right. Hey, listen, it's Monday. Happy Boxing Day.
Happy Boxing Day. All right, guys. Have a great Monday. We will not be here in what's 2 Mondays from now, but I think our next show is August 8th, correct?
Yeah, August 8th.
August
I
8th,
think
we
we're going
will
back
be
to back.
here.
8th and then the 15th.
8th and the 15th. So it'll be 2 weeks in a row,
Do we have
and we're super excited.
good guests?
Oh, well, we're
Not
waiting
yet?
for
Not yet?
confirmation,
Okay.
but we do have some really exciting guests coming.
Yeah.
You guys aren't going to want to miss out on these. And don't forget, you can always follow our YouTube channel if you missed today or you miss a live. Syd and Sonya at SydFIT on YouTube. We will post the link as well, and you can get the link from the bio and Instagram. Oh, yeah, don't forget, Triple C. Do you guys also know that Cody Crowley was that's CCC, was his promotion company, still is, I believe. UFC Fight Pass. Cody Crowley was the first person to have UFC Fight Pass show in Canada, which is really cool for boxing.
It's huge.
That's huge, huge. It was really cool. It was a good honor to be there. Other than that, guys, Syd and Sonya show, Monday, July 25th.
Happy Monday.
Peace out.